Welcome to Healthy Connections. I'm your host, Tobias Pugsley, and today is a special episode, especially for you nurses out there. I have with me today the coordinator of the RN Residency Program, Amy Myers. So you'll definitely want to catch this. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Healthy Connections. Again, today with me is Amy Myers, the coordinator of the RN Residency Program. Amy, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So I know that we're really excited over at the hospital about this cohort's RN Residency Program. I understand that you have upwards of the number of, 21?
Right.
That's absolutely incredible. Can you tell our viewers out there about what the RN Residency Program is?
Our RN Residency Program is a program for new graduate RNs that are just getting out of school. And the focus and the biggest thing with our program is that we really support them through that transition from school to actual practicing licensed nurse.
That's incredible. So what you're actually doing is, so they come out of school and they have all the technical skills, they have all the textbook. So this is actually what, putting them with a nurse so they get a little hands-on training? That's
a big part of it. A big part of our program is a preceptorship where our new graduate nurses are paired with another experienced seasoned nurse that can help guide them as they learn the practice and learn their unit and get comfortable being a nurse and increase their confidence and increase their competence also.
Wow. So they assign the same preceptor through the whole duration of the program, or do they try a few different ones? How does that work?
Actually, we give them 3 different preceptors. Their preceptorship is a minimum of 420 clinical hours. That averages out to about 16 to 18 weeks, depending on the resident. So they get to spend 6 weeks with one preceptor, 6 weeks with another preceptor, and then the last 6 weeks with the third preceptor. This provides them an opportunity to see how different nurses do things and to kind of gain different perspectives on time management skills, critical thinking skills, a variety of things.
That's incredible. The bond that they must build with their preceptors must be pretty amazing over time.
Yes. A lot of times they get very attached to their preceptors, and that person then in the future kind of becomes a resource and a mentor to them, somebody that they can turn to later when they have questions or they're unsure about something. They always have somebody, that safe person that they feel comfortable. And they have several because they usually get pretty attached to all of them.
Oh, I can imagine. That's got to be nice, though, to have somebody to bounce. You know, if you're in a situation you don't know what to do, you know, you have 3 options there of people that you formed a relationship with.
Absolutely.
To be able to provide a little bit of insight so you can make the right decisions. And this is really helping our nurses, I'm assuming, on all different floors.
Oh, absolutely. We accept RN residents to a variety of areas in our hospital. We accept them in surgery, ED, our medical surgical floors, ICU, women and newborn care. So we have had residents in just about every area. And it really does, our bottom line is safe patient care. And so the better nurses that we have, obviously the better patient care that we're going to have. So the residency is excellent program in order to provide that.
Yeah, I mean, safe for nurses, safe for patients. It's kind of that, it sounds like an amazing program. So I got to ask, what's the most popular one that our nurses ask for whenever they're coming in? Which department is the most popular?
Oh gosh, that's a tough question. We have a lot of nurses that want ED, a lot of nurses that want OB, a lot that want ICU. I can't say what they ask for the most because all the areres are popular.
So the emergency room, the fast-paced, or the babies? That's awesome.
Those are both pretty popular choices.
So also part of the RN residency program is the mentorship and the debriefing, right?
Right.
So tell us a little bit about the mentorship.
Well, we have what we call supportive components, which consists of mentoring and debriefing, and those components of our program last for a year. So we support our residents through that first year of employment. And mentoring, we have nurses that are experienced nurses that are at least bachelor's prepared. Many of them have their master's, and they serve as mentors to our new residents. So they kind of help guide them with professional practice and their nursing career and kind of where they think that their nursing path might lead in the future.
And how is that different from their preceptor? I mean, the preceptors, what, showing the hands-on stuff, and the mentors there more for the career
Right.
guidance?
Yes, the mentors are there more for professional guidance, whereas the preceptor is there on a daily, at the bedside basis, right by them all the time, providing that safety net to help them learn and to give them feedback on their areas that they're really excelling in, but also to provide them feedback if there are any areas that they could perhaps grow in or improve in.
So I can see how that can definitely help them, you know, kind of shape their careers and give them somebody. So along the RN residency program, you're kind of building your toolbox,
right,
of, you know, your mentors and your preceptors, and you're getting all these tools in place so that if you ever have any issues, well, when you're a nurse, becoming a nurse, you have somebody to go and ask those questions
right.
to. What a great program.
We also have a debriefing component of our residency, which gives the RN residents an opportunity to get together with their peers, and the sessions are always facilitated by an experienced nurse and then a professional who's not a nurse. They kind of have two perspectives, and that gives them the opportunity to talk about situations that are kind of hard to deal with. As a new graduate nurse, you come across some tough situations as a nurse, and so it gives them the opportunity to talk confidentially with others that are going through the same experiences.
That's nice. So there's kind of that camaraderie piece
right.
that, you know, we're all experiencing at the same time.
Yes.
And that's the thing, you know, you get in a group of people, sometimes it's hard to speak up, but if everybody else is speaking up, I could see where that'd be a
right.
great platform to kind of
It helps them realize that they're not alone, that they're all in the same, you know, experiencing the same issues and same concerns and worries. And oftentimes debriefing is one of the favorite parts of the program for our new grad nurses.
Well, I could see where it could really help them build their confidence, though. I mean, you think you come right out of school and all of a sudden go start working on people, that'd be terrifying.
Right.
It'd be absolutely terrifying. So this kind of eases them into that.
Yeah.
That's great. So talk to us a little bit about the professional development piece of the RN residency program.
Well, one of our big goals is to enhance the professional development of all of our employees at Baxter Regional, and the new graduate nurses are right in there with that. We want to grow and develop them also. So throughout our residency program, we offer classes that builds on information that they learned in nursing school, but also introduces them to new information also. We do a lot of hands-on practice, so we do skills labs where they get to actually practice those skills that they've learned and put those to really fine-tune those skills, I guess you could say. And so we do classes, we do certification courses, so they get certified in advanced cardiac life support, pediatric advanced life support. They learn about reading EKG rhythms, just a lot of different information on not only procedures, but also techniques that are just going to enhance their career, like communication skills, which, you know, no matter what job you have, communication is always a big part of that. So we work a lot on communication in RN residency also.
I can see there's so many skills that go into being, you know, a really well-rounded nurse.
Right.
And it's great that, you know, there's a program out there that kind of hones in on a lot of those skills and,
right.
and allows them to develop those skills and have the feedback to be able to become a better nurse.
Right.
That's absolutely. And so 21 nurses going through the program.
Right. We are just getting ready to start our 8th cohort, and we have 21 residents for this cohort, which is our biggest cohort so far. So far, we have put 82 RN residents through our residency.
82.
Mm-hmm. That's how many
incredible.
We've done already. So we're getting ready to up that number to over 100 with this cohort. So we're really excited about that.
So the hospital has what, roughly about 500 nurses probably on it. So that now almost a fifth of them have
yes.
been through the residency program. And the goal probably would be what, to have eventually all of them, all new nurses through the program?
Yes, that would be an ultimate goal.
Wow,
yeah.
That's incredible. Well, Amy, we're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. When we come back, Amy's going to talk to us about how you can be involved and apply for the residency program. So stay tuned. Welcome back to Healthy Connections. Again, I'm Tobias Pugsley, and with me today, RN Coordinator Amy Myers. And Amy and I were just talking about the RN Residency Program. And Amy, tell us a little bit about how the RN Residency Program helps our nurses build confidence.
Well, having the preceptorship really builds on their confidence and helps them realize that they can do this and they've got the skills, because we give them the skills and the tools and we reinforce that foundation that they've built on in nursing school. So increased confidence is one of the best things that our residents gain from the program. And I kind of keep a gauge on that as they go through the residency, and I'll kind of ask them what their confidence level is in the beginning, and then when we get to that 15, 16, 17, 18 week mark, I'll ask them again, and their confidence has always increased tremendously.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, that's a great point too, because you know, you come in and you're right out of school, or maybe you've been a nurse for a little bit, and your confidence isn't there. You aren't as sure to make some of those decisions.
Right.
As your confidence builds, I can see where, you know, being a patient, I want definitely a confident nurse there at my bedside,
right.
you know, looking for what's wrong with me and helping me. So that's great that the program does such a great job of building that skill,
right,
and giving those nurses confidence. So for all of our nurses out there watching today, what do they need to do if they're interested in participating in the RN Residency Program?
Well, our RN Residency Program is for new graduate nurses, so we're especially hoping that those nurses out there that graduate in May are listening, because our application process is currently open for our summer cohort, which will start June or July this summer. So in order for them to apply, their first step would be they could go to our hospital website at www.baxterregional.org and look for healthcare opportunities and then RN residency, or they can call our hospital recruiter, Kimberly Beavers. Her number is 870-508-1070, and she is happy to answer any questions and walk them through the application process.
Right, and we still have space available for this upcoming cohort. Now, so I'm interested in applying.
Okay.
How much longer do I have to apply? When is the deadline for me to either talk to Kim or get on the website?
Well, applications are currently open, and so what I recommend is the sooner you apply, the better, because as we go along through the application process, some of those unit opportunities will close as they make matches for their unit.
Sure.
So one thing that we really look for with our residency is we want our residents to be successful. And so part of them being successful is that we have a good fit for them, that we have them on a unit that they're interested in, that they like working on, and that they're a good fit on that unit. So as we get matches with resident unit fits, then the opportunities do decline. So right now, every unit is open because we are in that phase 1 of our application process. So we will be accepting applications up through April 24th. But I encourage early application because that gives you the best opportunity to get a good fit with a unit that you really are interested in.
Yeah, you want to go where you want to be, so that's
right.
interesting. So I've submitted my application now. I'm really excited about the RN Residency Program. So what's the next step now that I've submitted my application? What does that look like?
Well, we do online applications, so you'll do an online application, and then there's a couple of other pieces that go with that. You'll send an unofficial transcript. We don't have to have an official transcript from your school, but we do require an unofficial transcript from your college with your nursing program. And then we also require that you submit a short, brief essay. What we are looking for in the essay is we're kind of just wanting to get to know you a little bit. We ask for a couple of different things. We ask what qualities that you feel would make you a good applicant. We also look for you to tell us about some type of struggle that you've overcome in your life. And then the thing that we're really honing in on is which 3 areas are you really interested in working in as a nurse and why you think that you would make a good fit for that unit.
So that's critical in the matching piece.
Right.
And that allows you to get to know them so that you can match them appropriately.
Yes.
Because like you said, it's all about the success of the nurse to provide that safe patient care.
Exactly. So after we receive those pieces from the applicant, then we'll call and set up an interview, and then you'll go through an interview with those nurse leaders of the units that you're interested in. And we do team interviewing, so it gives everyone a better opportunity because there's several people there at the table that you have the opportunity to impress.
Right. And like they say, you know, you can never have too much practice interviewing, so those out there that may be timid of an application process and an interview, what would you tell them to let them know that it's not maybe as scary as it sounds?
Anytime I think a new person goes for an interview, it's a little bit scary, but the important thing is you've gone through nursing school, you've proved that you can do it. So right there is the biggest battle, and you've already managed to succeed with that. So you're qualified to be a nurse now. So don't let that interview process intimidate you at all. Just come in and be prepared and be confident and know what you want, and we'd love to talk to you.
So I don't have to be timid if my confidence isn't there. That's what the RN program is all about. Is
Absolutely.
Building that confidence.
Yes. That's going to give you the confidence with being that bedside care, taking care of that patient, and you being the responsible nurse. So that's what we guide and train you for throughout the residency, so that when it's time for you to be on your own without that preceptor by your side, you're ready to do that.
You're ready to do it. That's incredible. So now I went through my interview, and is there just one interview, or are there multiple interviews?
There's actually two interviews. So
okay.
the first interview is where you meet with all those nurse leaders of the areas that you're interested in. And then after that first interview, we do a round 2 interview with those nurse leaders that were at that first interview that feel like you would be a good fit for their unit. Mm-hmm. They really want to get to know you a little better, so then you'll have a one-on-one interview with them.
Nice. So then you go through that second interview, and now I've been accepted into the program. I've passed all my interviews. So what's that next step?
Then we ask you, basically we have 2 start options for our RN residency. We have an early start option and a regular start option. With our early start option, those residents do a lot of looping through the hospital. So what looping is it's kind of another word for shadowing, but they get to go to a lot of different areas of the hospital and see how all the areas work together to provide excellent patient care. Wow. So it really helps them to see the big picture. It helps them to start building relationships with other departments and other units within the hospital. And then we have a big welcome event for all of our residents where we invite the hospital to come, say hi, get to know them, meet them whenever the residency actually starts.
It's a great opportunity for them to network too from people that aren't nurses, some of the ancillary departments too, right?
Yeah.
So they kind of meet, all players involved in the hospital system,
Mm-hmm.
and they kind of start to see that team. And I guess my biggest thing would be those that are coming to interview that are maybe just too nervous to even want to pursue this, that the nurse leaders and the staff that we have at Baxter Reed are just absolutely phenomenal.
Yes.
These are not scary people. These
No.
are people that they have your best interest in
Right.
mind. They want to see you grow. They want to make sure our patients are taken care of. I mean, just what a great group of nurses and nurse leaders that we have over there.
Right.
And we have the RN residency program, I feel like, to kind of to complement that.
Yes.
It's because of the RN residency program that I think that we have some of the great nurses that we have,
Mm-hmm.
and can provide some of the excellent patient care that we can.
Right.
So in the state of Arkansas, are there a lot of RN residency programs, or is this something that's kind of unique to?
There are getting to be more residencies throughout Arkansas and throughout the United States. It's really a big health initiative that they have found that there are so many benefits to an organization by having a residency. But our residency is outcomes driven, which means we have a lot of data to support the evidence-based practice that we devote to our classes and to our teaching, and to making sure that all of our residents are absolutely performing per best practice. So we know that they're providing safe care.
Well, that's excellent and important. So can you tell the viewers at home one more time the phone number and the website on where they want to go if they're interested in being in the RN residency program?
Sure. We've got information on www.baxterregional.org. And then our hospital recruiter is Kimberly Beavers, and she can be reached at 870-508-1070. 1070. And she's happy to just answer questions too. If you just have questions and haven't really decided yet, if you're ready to apply, she can answer your questions and just guide you through that process.
Well, that's excellent. The resources are there. Amy, thank you so much for being a part of the show today.
You're welcome.
And telling everybody about the RN residency program. Real quick, want to remind you, the health fair is coming up. It'll be at the Baxter County Fairgrounds on April 26th and 27th. So we'll have more details on that coming later, but make sure and mark your calendar because we want to see you there at the health fair. And we hope that if you're a nurse out there and watching the show today, that you'll be interested in the RN residency program. If you're in college or coming out of college, we'll hope that you'll call and ask questions about that and join us to participate in that. Thank you so much for being with us today. Have a great week.